Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to paint Radukar, the bad guy from the Curse City, the big bad boss. And we're going to paint him with green trousers, red jacket, white wolves, and then of course very pale skin, and then I will go for black beard and more likely dark brown or almost black. I don't know, we will see when we start moving on. But I start with the jacket. I'm going to go for a red one, and I'm going to start using a contrast paint. I will start applying Flash Theater's red, okay? So let's go with that, and let's see how we move on. Again, I glue it on the base because I wanted to do the base texture. Maybe that was a mistake. Well, most likely was a mistake to do that. So it will make my life very complicated in some places. But yeah, there is not much I can do right now. So this way I start with the cape, because there is a lot of things in front of the cape, so if I do it and then I will be corrected once I do the other parts. But of course there are some parts that are going to be difficult to have access, and you can see I start with the inner part. This way I want to start with the trousers and the cape. You can see I just didn't know the plant, but don't worry if this happens, because the plant we are going to paint it later on. We are going to put the appropriate color. Okay, so I'm applying this inside and outside of the cape. I don't go for in a different inside than the outside. I will do this and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next I'm using Dark Angel's Green contrast to do the trousers. And here we have to be careful not to dirten the cape that we just have done, the cloak. And I don't want to dirten everything. Okay, I do it like that. And here I go with a little bit of care. Don't dirten the cape. We have to be sure that we don't leave a gap on the trousers next to the chainmail. Okay, so I will do the other side, and then well, it's done already. So we'll just check that I'm not missing anything from any angle. Okay, and while this is drying, I think I will do the face. And the face I want to go fair pale, quite pale there. But I think I will do a little bit of experiment. I'm going to use that full visage. It's a purple color, but it's very light, and I think this will give a purple shading that can work very intentionally with this guy. Okay, so we are going to apply this on his skin. Okay. Yeah, and that is a good army also to do some tests sometimes. Because at the end, and I need to find a stress in the hand. Here is the hand. And then this one. Okay. Perfect. Some more here on the face. You can see this purple will do a very interesting job. So next, I'm going to make the boots almost black. So I will use another content that have been released recently, that is the Raglan Green. Okay, we are going to apply this on the boots. So this will be almost black, but without being completely black. I think this color is quite interesting because it gives this type of weathered or bleach black. But I think it's very interesting. Okay, I will do the other boot and I'm back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Black Templar. And we are going to do, just one moment, I'm looking for the Black Templar. Okay, this. And with Black Templar, this one is almost finished, my Black Templar. I'm going to do this part here. I will do it well, like that. If I go over this, you can go over the symbol if you want, and we will do the symbol later on in a gold color. Okay, it's going to be easier. Then with the Black Templar will help us to pop up all the decoration. And we're going to do as well these sleeves on the jacket. Okay. Again, I go over the decoration, and later on we will do the decoration. So I will do the other sleeve and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use wildwood and we are going to do the belt. Have to be careful here because the black is not dry yet. We don't want to have a mess. It is okay. So now I will take, sorry for the noise of the chair. I will use apothecary white. And I will do the wolves. Okay. In apothecary white, we can use the big brush in that case, and we just put it over the wolf, like that. Try to not to pull too much. It needs to pull between the hair, but you don't want excessive pulling. Okay, so I will do that. You can see, quite easy. This will pop up all your details, all the texture. So I will do this, and I'm back one. All this, sorry, I went a little bit off camera, so you can see here. Okay, just applying like that. Okay, so I will apply this over all the fur, and I'm back. Okay, the apothecary white have dry. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use iron breaker, and I'm going to do the scale armor that it's partially visible there. And I will use the same metallic to do the scimitar. Okay, it's also visible here. And we're going to do the scimitar. Scimitar that is also rusted and damaged. It's curious that he's using a damaged scimitar. Hey, sorry. Okay. Now I'm going to do the hat, and I will use Zygote brown. I thin it down so I can pull the contrast. You always can add some water to the contrast paints or liner, thinner, sorry, to make it lighter. In that case, I just want to pop up the details, so I also prefer to go a little bit lighter. And with this same brown, I will do the dagger. So with a color that is different, we'll do the handle as well. And I will use this color to do the roots that we have here at the bottom. And I make a mistake now, just because it isn't a problem, because it's quite dark and not take water. And I spread the paint. Let's go back here and we do these roots of plants that we can see there. The key part will be to do it from this side. It's important that we don't see anything white. Like that. Okay. Now we are going to take Retributor Armor and I'm going to start doing the details using quite a small brush. We're gonna start painting all these type of details that we have here on the sleeve, and I will paint as well some details in the dagger. This is does not have any mystery. Okay, so I will do this and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step I'm going to use Aguether shade directly on the beard. I want to leave it not too dark, and I think this I want to give the sensation that is okay, like that. And I will apply it as well on the scales. And yeah, we need to be careful, but I will apply it in different parts, like the trousers as well. I will apply it to give the sensation of dark. And I will do as well on the red. Okay, so I'm going to apply Aguether shade and I'm back. Okay, next I'm going to do the second layer of the dreadful visage on the flesh. Okay, I wanted to have darker, more shading. I find I have the feeling that is too white still. I want to keep in the purple area, and I think a second wash on the skin will give this tonality that I am looking for. You can see now it's much more purple, and then we can do the highlights later on. But I wanted to do this second layer. Okay, I was looking on that what to do. There we go. And I will give a new shade on the wolf. And I will stay on the gray. So I'm going to use, I want to test this new, the shade Soul Blood Gray. I think this is going to be awesome color for white, and I will apply this over the wolf. Okay, try not to go into the skin. And even if you see that it's covering a lot, you have to take into account that once the washes dry, they are more transparent. But I want to use that Then later on we are going to start highlighting. I will keep everything quite. I don't think I will do the fleshy finishing on maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with these scratches on the wolf on this one here. If I want to, because it should not look like blood, because it will be dry. So maybe more on brown tones. Here I don't need to put too much. Okay. I will wait that this dries as well. Okay, I will wait that this dries and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step I'm going to use Warpstone Glow, Mood Green and Caliban Green. Okay, and with these three colors we are going to do the trousers. So I have them on my white palette and we are going to start with the Warpstone Green. I will do one leg and you can imagine that the other leg is going the same way. I will start applying Warpstone Green. And as you can see, I try to go quite dilute, so it's fading out naturally. Going to apply it as well here. And here. And we are going to do as well here the trousers. Okay, and you can see I'm just building up the green color by applying. Sorry if I went out of camera. I'm applying just with Warpstone Glow, adding a little bit some layers. Okay, quite thin. Going to apply as well here. I will do this part. And now we are going to put a second another layer on this part, the one lighter. And then we can use Mood Green, very diluted, just in this part, and I try to fade it out, so I will use the Warpstone Glow. And we can use this the moment I'm using a little bit of Caliban, very thin, to help me in this transition. I'm going to use again Warpstone Glow. And now to highlight as well again this part here. Okay. And following the same technique, the same colors, I will do now the other. Here I will put a little bit of low Caliban. It's a little bit too light, and if it's needed, you can even use a little bit of black in the deeper recesses. Just putting some water on my black. So here you want to put a little bit of Warstone as well, but you want to change to Caliban even very easily, very fast. Okay. Now I have this part with the sword, but it's not that easy to reach. Okay. Okay, I'm doing the other side, the other leg, and I'm back. Okay, this how looks like once we have done the green, and now we are going to highlight the red. So for the red I'm going to use corn red, Mephiston red, Wild Rider red, okay, and Rhinos Hide, dark brown, that it will be used mainly on the shades. And also I have black in case it's needed, so I will put a little bit more black. I use mainly Corpus black, that is a little bit desaturated black. With these colors on the wet palette we are going to start working on the red. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to apply corn red, and I will clean up where I want to highlight. Okay, try to go quite thin. Okay, and we just do like that. I'm going to avoid, I will not do dirtiness on this guy on the bottom of the cloth. I prefer to keep it clean in that case. Okay, and now the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Rhinos Hide, and I'm going to do the shade. Okay, because the shade here is a little bit dirty. There's too much wash pooling there, so I want to be sure they have a clean shade. And now I'm taking again corn red, and I'm mixing it here. I'm taking Rhinos Hide again. And then we change to Mephiston. Right. And I will do this part where we have more, where the fold or the wrinkle is more sharper. Here. I wetted this device. While I'm waiting there, we can do another part of the cape. So I will do now this edge. Now I will use corn red here. let's wait that this part's dry before working more. Sometimes you need to wait when you're blending, you need to wait that it dries so we can do the next layer. So I'm going to take now corn red again, put it here, and I'm going to use Reynolds height, and that here, more Reynolds height here in this part, corn red, Mephiston, okay. Now that here it dried a little bit, I'll come back and I increase the highlight with the Mephiston red. We'll take a little bit of Reynolds height and I will do it like that to melt a little bit the colors. Okay, and here I don't like how the white have pulled there in this deep crusty. Here I'm taking first Corvus black, now we'll take Reynolds height and I will make all this dark. Okay, corn red again, Reynolds height, I put some Mephiston red, wait that it dries. While it is drying there, I will do here the front using some Mephiston red there. I like to go pretty thin with the paint, and I did a mistake there. I will just take some gray. Clean up the mistake. Okay, let's wait. Here it dries. This is why I was waiting for that, because now I will take very little Wild Rider. Then I take my Mephiston and I will go over it on the other side. Now I will use some corn to glaze over here, so this is not looking that light. Again, I need to put this device. I'll take more Wild Rider red. Okay, and now I take my piston. I still have some Wild Rider on my brush. This is why it's so vibrant here. I'll put some here as well. Corn. And we are going to wait again at this device. But here, this is what you're looking for. Okay. When it dries completely, will be less satinated. Here I take a little bit of Wild Rider as well. Now I'm taking a piston. Okay. You can see that it's not that bright when it dries. So if you find that it's too bright, you can always take a little bit of brown and go over it. And this brown will do two things. It will desaturate a little bit the red and will help you to here, for example, that the brown was not that dark. I take a little bit of black. I'm using Corvus black that is almost like a dark gray. I go over and now my Linux guide. And a little bit of Moroccan red. You can see it's almost brown. I want to keep the shades really dark. Okay, so I will do other parts that are in red, like these ones, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this is how the red looks like. And yeah, I think here I will stop the part 1 on the painting. So here you can see how the guy looks like. I think it's a good progress. I will finish here part 1 and I will come back for part 2. I think it's going to be easier to have it in 2 parts for this guy. Okay, so that's all for now. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked it, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.